Conlan versus Marriaga. It was a interesting fight. So Conlan was pretty much dominant, right, for the majority of the fight. But there was some times when I believe the logo in the middle, it might have been some type of different fabric or something that was negatively affecting the shoes of both fighters, the footgear of both fighters. And so some of the knockdowns, in fact, I believe almost all the knockdowns. Yeah, I believe all the knockdowns were caused due to the logo being wet. And because there was a lot of fights, obviously, that happened before the Conlan fight, and I think that logo actually got very wet. And the logo, that part, you could tell it was a big, long rectangle that took up the majority of the ring. Now, I didn't think it was anything at first. I thought it was just only Marriaga's shoes that were being affected. But then when I saw Conlan slip as well, I could tell that logo there was something that was really messing up. Regardless, Conlan was dominating, I say probably for 8-9 rounds, right? But one thing that came out was in the 10th round. In the 10th round, Marriaga started to sit down on his punches, and he caught Conlan flush. And there was a few times when he caught him and Conlan was trying to wrap up and Marriaga was not allowing him to wrap up, and he started to go to work. And you could tell that Conlan he was feeling like fight or flight. And there was some times when you could see that the motor in the 10th round is still tricky for Conlan. So they got to work on that, man. They got to get him like 16, 20 round training sessions, because he looks perfect for 9 rounds. And then the 10th round, I mean, that thing looked like it could have unraveled. If there would have been somebody that was more athletic than Marriaga and could really pounce on Conlan, that could have been interesting. That really could have been interesting. Now, do I think that Conlan would have gotten knocked out or whatever? I don't know. But it looked eerily similar to the fight with Lee that he just had. It looked very close, where at least with Lee, it was 2 rounds before the last round where Lee started to figure it out and he caught Conlan with some stuff. And so I don't know. They got to do something with conditioning with Conlan. They got to get him in some longer rounds or something in training camp or something. But yeah, that looked a little interesting. If that ring logo would have been the same fabric and there wouldn't have been so many distractions for Marriaga, who knows? But regardless, Conlan was still boxing a clinic in there. It wasn't close. It wasn't close at all. But it did get interesting in the 10th round. So all in all, decision victory for Conlan, well deserved. He definitely pitched a shutout. It wasn't close, but that 10th round thing, that makes me wonder. And so hopefully y'all, if you're in the Conlan camp, you need to start talking to him and telling him like, hey man, we got to really work on your motor we got to do more than 15 round sparring sessions. We got to do like 20, 30, 20, 25, something. Because you look great. Like you look unbeatable. He looked unbeatable for 9 rounds straight. But then the 10th round is like, oh my gosh, this thing is about to come off. Like the wheel's about to fall off on this thing. So yeah, I don't know. But all in all, good victory by Conlan, especially in front of the home fans. And congratulations to Ireland. Congratulations to his team. And with that being said, hey, we getting into that Victor Ortiz. Oh, McKenzie. Yo, McKenzie, that's my... I know everybody's on that Virgil Ortiz and stuff, but yo, McKenzie, I like this dude, man. I really do. That man, when they say he's the problem, like I believe he really is. He's a very, very, very tricky fighter. Very tricky fighter. But Ortiz, that man, he's a dangerous warrior. Okay. So we're gonna see if the tricky southpaw can make it out of there against, danger. Yeah. So with that being said, as always, peace, well, love, and y'all have a great weekend.